Have you ever wondered if, when you actively create distance, stop searching, stop texting or calling, that person ever thinks about you? Is your silence a mirror reflecting your value in their eyes, or does it simply open the door to the freedom they have always longed for? Today, we will step into their inner world together and explore the range of emotions that may arise when you are no longer a constant part of their life. From the initial surprise of not receiving a message or call from you, to the confusion of questioning themselves if something went wrong, and perhaps a vague sense of longing, an indescribable emptiness, or even regret for not cherishing what you once brought to them. However, remember, this journey is not just about making someone miss you. It is also a journey of self-discovery and growth, to become the best, most confident, and most admirable version of yourself, so that when you return, they do not just miss you for your absence, but because of the allure, maturity, and value you have cultivated during this time. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Together we will explore the power of silence and how it can help you shine your brightest, even when you are not present. Every principle we explore today is a solid brick on the path to becoming someone who is respected and admired, someone others remember not for their disappearance, but for the strength and maturity you exhibit during your absence. This is your moment to shine, to prove to the world and yourself that your worth extends far beyond what they can see. But before we begin this inspiring journey, I have a small challenge to ignite the fire within you. If you are ready to step into your power and let your silence echo louder than 1,000 words, leave a comment below with the mantra, "My absence is my strength." This is not just a phrase, but a declaration of your power, determination, and commitment to becoming someone unforgettable. Show me that you are ready to embrace this profound change so that even when you are not present, your presence remains etched in everyone's mind. When you stop pursuing, loneliness will gradually envelop them, and it is in those moments of emptiness that they will remember you. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control the emotions of others, but we can control how we deal with absence and lack. When you step back, you not only create a gap in their life, but also open up a space for them to reflect on the value you brought. It is then that they realize what has been lost, feeling the absence and longing for your presence. Imagine that in the past they received your caring messages and gentle calls every day. These little check-ins, those small conversations, became a familiar part of their daily routine, bringing comfort and small joys. But when you decide to stop pursuing, those familiar things suddenly disappear. At first, they may feel relieved, enjoying the newfound freedom. But gradually, as the days grow duller, and there's no one to send them a morning greeting or check on them, a sense of loneliness will begin to creep into their heart. That loneliness is not a pleasant feeling. It is like an ever-growing void in their soul, a lack that cannot be easily filled. At this moment, they start to recall the moments you shared together, from the late-night conversations filled with laughter to the times you quietly listened when they needed to pour their heart out. They realize that your presence was not just an insignificant routine, but an essential part that made them feel loved and cared for. This absence prompts them to reflect on what happened and perhaps feel regret for not appreciating your attention when it was still there. A simple real-life example is when you stop sending them goodnight texts or daily messages asking how they are. They might feel relieved in the first few days, enjoying the freedom of not being bound by your attention. But as time passes, these little things become what they start to look forward to, things that once made them feel special and have now disappeared. They will begin to wonder, why did he stop caring? Did I do something wrong? And then when they realize that your absence has created a void that no one else can fill, the feeling of missing you will gradually grow stronger. According to Stoicism, We cannot force someone to miss us or regret their decision, but we can create conditions for them to reflect on their own. The loneliness they feel when you stop pursuing is an opportunity for them to recognize your true value, to see the difference your presence made in their life. And if they miss you, it is not because you intentionally made them feel lonely, but because they have come to realize that you brought something special that no one else could replace. When you decide to stop pursuing them, they may begin to feel a strong sense of curiosity and confusion rising within. In their mind, hundreds of questions start to emerge. Did I do something wrong? Has he found someone better than me? Or am I no longer attractive enough? These questions are not just fleeting thoughts. They are like waves continuously crashing against their mind, making them constantly think about you and wonder about the reasons behind your change. For example, imagine a girl who always feels confident knowing that someone is pursuing her. She knows that every morning there will be a text from you wishing her a good day, and every evening there will be a caring call. But then, suddenly, you stop all of that. She waits, thinking, maybe it's just a busy day for you. But as the next day comes and the days after that, the silence continues. A feeling of confusion starts to creep in. She wonders if she did something wrong or if something has caused you to change. Her mind begins to spin with unanswered questions. The confidence she once had is now replaced with insecurity, prompting her to reflect on the relationship and herself, trying to figure out what might have led to this shift. It is precisely in this moment that Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that encourages people to remain calm in the face of change, comes into play. You don't need to rush or worry. Instead, maintain a calm mindset and wait to see what happens next. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control what others think or do, but we can control our own reactions. This is the time for you to practice calmness and self-control. Don't react too quickly. Don't try to explain or change their perceptions. Let them figure out for themselves why you have stopped pursuing. Another example could be a man who is used to receiving your attention and care. He once believed he was the only one in your eyes, but then you suddenly stop all efforts to impress him. At first, he may feel annoyed, even a bit hurt in his pride. But as days go by without your presence, he begins to feel a deeper sense of curiosity. Questions start to arise. Has she met someone else? Or am I no longer special in her eyes? This confusion may cause him to look at himself and question his own value in the relationship. In such moments, you need to practice the calmness of a Stoic. There is no need to rush back, no need to prove anything. You simply maintain a peaceful attitude and let things unfold naturally. Creating this distance not only helps you gain a clearer understanding of your own feelings and thoughts, but also gives them the chance to explore their own emotions about the relationship. When they start to feel a sense of loss, they will recognize your true value. Stoicism teaches that instead of worrying or trying to control the situation, allow things to happen naturally. If they truly care and want to stay, they will find their own way back to you. And if not, you have come to understand that your peace and freedom do not depend on someone else's pursuit or acceptance. This is the moment you realize the value of patience and calmness, and understand that sometimes stepping back and letting things take their course can be the most powerful move you can make in a relationship. Social media becomes a magnifying glass for their thoughts and emotions. Every post, every picture you share is carefully examined as if they were detectives tracking every tiny clue. They are eager to know what you are doing, who you are with, and how you are feeling after you stopped pursuing them. They wonder if you post sad, melancholic statuses or if you appear cheerful and active, as if nothing has happened. They pay attention to whether you frequently share joyful moments with friends or quietly post pictures of yourself alone. Every status update, every photo becomes a piece of a larger puzzle that they try to assemble to understand your true mood and emotions. Every like, every comment you make is meticulously analyzed. They look for any sign that you might still think of them or that you have completely moved on and continued down a new path. They even compare your current posts with those from the past when the two of you were still close to find the smallest changes. Every difference, no matter how small, becomes a topic for their reflection. They might spend hours scrolling through your profile, reading old statuses, and looking at faded photos over time. They hope to find something familiar, some small detail that reminds them of the beautiful memories you once shared. They want to believe that amidst the gaps of the present, there is still something that hints at a past you have not entirely forgotten. But eventually, they come to realize that social media is just a small fragment of your whole life. What you show there does not necessarily represent a complete picture of your true self. Perhaps you are trying to appear strong and happy to cover up deep-seated pain, or maybe you have truly let go of the past and are enjoying a new life, free from any lingering burdens. Unsatisfied with merely waiting and observing, they may shift to actively catching your attention with cryptic statuses, reminders of shared memories, inside jokes, or songs you both loved. They post bright, cheerful photos of themselves, check in at fancy places, and display an independent, exciting life. All these efforts are aimed at drawing your attention, making you curious about what they are doing and what they are thinking. Sometimes they even engage in a subtle competition with you on social media. They share their achievements, trips, and new experiences, as if to prove that your departure did not break them. They want to affirm that even without you, they are still living a colorful and meaningful life. However, behind these seemingly confident and strong actions, they still yearn for your attention and care. They hope that their efforts will make you realize their true worth and regret letting them go. But then, they also realize that constantly analyzing you through social media only brings more fatigue and heartache. In the end, they understand that they must let go of these obsessions, stop living in the shadow of the past, and begin to focus on building a brighter future for themselves. They need to learn that moving forward sometimes means learning to leave the past behind. In moments like these, your job is simply to keep your mind calm and not let yourself get drawn into their subtle provocations. Just show that everything is fine, that you are living a peaceful and balanced life, unaffected by their actions. You don't need to participate in the game they are trying to set up, because your calmness and confidence are the best responses. Continue to post updates that reflect your genuine happiness, simple moments with family, joyful weekends with friends, or small achievements you have made. There is no need to appear too flashy or elaborate. Just be your true self, showing that you are still enjoying life fully and meaningfully. This calm and natural demeanor will make them wonder if what they are doing is really having any impact on you. The most important thing is that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to show the world that you have overcome all difficulties or that you are living better than they are. Inner peace, self-control, and confidence will naturally shine through on their own. Don't try to retaliate with similar actions, as this would only prove that you are still caught up in the emotional whirlpool and attention they have created. Instead of letting your time and energy be consumed by unnecessary thoughts, dedicate them to what truly matters to you. Focus on personal goals, your own interests, and things that bring you true joy and meaning. This is how you build a life full of value and freedom, independent of what others think or do. Remember, your steadiness and calmness are the clearest demonstrations of your inner strength. If they truly want to come back, they will realize there is no need for tricks or tests to get your attention. They will come to you with sincerity and goodwill. And if they don't, you are ready to move forward with an open heart and a peaceful mind with no regrets and no clinging. Live true to yourself and cherish every present moment, for that is the path to long-lasting happiness and serenity. In silence, they are no longer weak or resigned. Their instinct to conquer awakens, turning them into sharp detectives, skillfully setting up subtle traps to draw you back. Casual questions, feigned concern, or even unexpected intimate gestures now become carefully calculated moves, aimed at stirring some emotion or reaction from you. Beneath their calm exterior, their inner world is like a turbulent sea. They long for your return, but simultaneously fear that their suspicions will be confirmed. Every glance, every smile, every gesture of yours is meticulously observed under a lens of doubt. They are searching for a sign, a word, or an action from you to affirm that their feelings still hold value in your eyes. Your silence seems to add fuel to the fire of their pride, igniting a sense of wounded vanity. They refuse to accept being abandoned so easily. They wonder why someone as charming, intelligent, and captivating as they are is not enough to keep you interested. Are you underestimating them, or have you perhaps found someone more intriguing? These questions torment them endlessly, leaving their minds in a state of constant restlessness and anxiety. They feel hurt, undervalued, and above all, insulted in their pride. The compliments and admiring glances you once gave them now feel like cuts to their self-esteem, reminding them of the disappointment and loss. But they are not weak individuals who can be easily defeated. Their pride and self-esteem surge strongly within them, pushing them to reclaim what they believe rightfully belongs to them. They decide to change their strategy, moving from passive waiting to taking an active role in steering the game. They will be the ones to send the first message, not with vague questions, but with inviting suggestions. "I just found a beautiful new cafe, would you like to join me?" Or, "The weather is perfect today, how about a walk?" They will proactively suggest dates that are not just ordinary meetups, but new and exciting experiences, like visiting an art exhibition, attending an outdoor concert, or going on a short trip. They will not hesitate to express their feelings, not with subtle gestures, but with tight hugs, passionate kisses, or holding your hand firmly during a long walk. Earlier, I spoke about their emotions and reactions when you stop pursuing them. But the more important part is understanding what this really brings to you. When you stop chasing after someone, you not only free yourself from attachment to others, but also create the necessary space to focus on yourself. This allows you time to grow, learn, and mature in a way that truly aligns with the principles of Stoicism. Stoicism teaches us that life should be built on what we can control, our thoughts, emotions, and actions. When you no longer chase after someone, you regain control over your own emotions, no longer depending on the attention or approval of others. This can be a valuable opportunity to dedicate your time and energy to the things that truly matter and bring meaning to your life. For example, when you no longer spend time thinking about that person, you can use that time to learn more about yourself, what truly brings you joy, the goals you want to achieve, and the values you want to live by. You can invest your time in developing new skills, taking courses, reading books, or trying things you have never considered before. Imagine spending time learning a new language, training to become healthier, or starting a project you've always dreamed of. All of these not only bring you new knowledge, health, and skills, but also help you feel more confident and strong. Furthermore, when you are no longer caught up in chasing someone, you can build more meaningful relationships with those around you. You can spend more time with family, friends, or people who genuinely care about you. You will realize that your life does not depend on a particular romantic relationship, but is built on a network of connections based on sincerity and mutual respect. Stoicism also encourages us to accept whatever happens with calmness and without complaint. When you stop pursuing, you may feel a bit of emptiness initially, but this is only temporary. See it as an opportunity to learn to live with silence, finding joy and peace from within. Instead of waiting for someone to bring happiness to you, learn to create happiness from the small things in daily life. A morning run under the sunshine, a delicious cup of coffee, or a good book. Imagine you once spent a lot of time thinking about them, wondering about what they think, do, or feel. Now, as you stop pursuing, you start to reflect on yourself. You realize that you can learn to be satisfied with yourself, finding balance in life without needing validation from others. You will learn that your worth is not dependent on whether someone cares for or pursues you, but on how you perceive and treat yourself. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. When you stop pursuing someone, you are practicing one of the core principles of Stoicism. Focusing on yourself, on your inner values, and on what you can improve and develop. You become more steadfast, less easily swayed by external changes. You understand that your life is yours, and you have every right to decide its direction. Instead of seeking approval from the outside, you learn to build confidence and peace from within. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, because the calm and control within you already serve as clear proof of your strength. You learn that sometimes stopping the pursuit of someone is not a failure, but the first step toward true freedom and personal growth. Remember, life doesn't always have to revolve around gaining the attention of others. When you stop chasing, you begin a new journey. A journey of self-discovery and self-improvement, where you become the best version of yourself. And that is the greatest victory you can achieve. As we've explored today, when you stop looking for them, you create a powerful space for both reflection and realization. It's not just about making them miss you, it's about rediscovering your own strength, independence, and worth. By embracing the principles of Stoicism, you learn to let go of what you can't control and focus on what truly matters: your growth, your peace, and your happiness. Remember, when you step back, you allow them to see your true value. More importantly, you gain the time and freedom to see your own worth, to invest in yourself, and to build a life that brings you genuine fulfillment. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on mastering relationships and self-discovery through Stoicism. Together, let's continue to build a stronger, wiser, and more resilient self. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep your head high, your heart open, and always stay true to yourself.